Hello and welcome back to Purple is the Chosen One. This is Shavarath and this is level 15. We are sitting round I can't really call that a campfire, it's more of a furnace, isn't it? With some of the Yugoloth and the Archons. And what do we have to share with you this time? Well, we finished off the planarized chain on the back of that successful foray into the whodunit quest. I'm always really pleased when I manage to add a new quest to the sort of mysteries solved section, because that one had been habitually skipped just because I'd go in there like I did this time and spend sort of 10-15 minutes in there, get more and more frustrated, nowhere near completing the thing, and think, let's do something else. So if I ever did complete it, it would be more by luck than judgment. So now I seem to have, thanks to the guided tour, a sort of a way to systematically go around it, and whichever one is the done it for that time, I'll manage to pick up enough clues to incriminate that one and finish the quest, which is great. And I know where they all are too, so that helps. Um, I tried I wasn't happy with how quickly the spells were firing off, so I tried to go into the enhancement tree and give us the bonuses to quicken and quicken everything. And especially when heighten got taken at 15, and I was heightening some things too, the spell point pool was just getting chewed up in very short order, so I thought it's too early for this. So we've gone back to plan A, which is hide behind the spell-like abilities, the Sunbolt, Comet Fall, and in our case the Tiefling Ash. Also non-meted AoEs, mostly the Holy Smite. Now I can't tell you, especially in chains like this, where you've got these devils and archons that are resistant to this and resistant to that, or maybe even immune to certain things. Like if you go into Grim and Barrett, which I haven't done yet, obviously, we're a bit too low level, but if you go in there on, like, let's say a fire sorcerer, unless you have a way to make them vulnerable to your damage type, you're going to have a bit of a rough time of it. And same for like an acid caster or a cold, it's not going to be happy days. So when you've got this combination here of, I mean, this good, is that good damage? I think that's, yeah, is it good? Yeah, good damage, isn't it? And then we've got light damage. Nothing seems to resist those. Again, those lantern archons in one of the quests here, they can absolutely tear you to pieces, and they can be strongly resistant to many attacks, but not to the light. So it really is a one thing hits all, and that side of it is very nice compared to some of the struggles I've had in the past. I've been in the main leading with Soundburst. I like to lead with Soundburst for two reasons. First of all, it seems to get reliably a whole group. Even not heightened, it's still doing well. I mean, you see there we're on 42 now, which in Reaper is going to be up to something, maybe 45, which for sort of upper middle heroics is still not bad. I managed to push it up to 50 using the heighten, but then it was doubling the cost. It was costing something like 21 with quicken, and it went up to into the 40s. So it got me thinking, if we're wanting to run with metas going into epic, might just have to accept that we'll have to go with the evergreen, and that is kind of the thing that you do as a caster when you're leveling, not necessarily at the end game when you've got a massive pool of spell points and other things, like in the upper trees you've got some things to reduce the cost of maximize and all that kind of thing. But for leveling, for the purposes of having fun and not worrying too much about the mana bar, I'm sort of leaning towards that. just for that, not necessarily because there might be other good things in the tree. But I'm definitely not going to want to be sort of stopping and pausing and not doing this and not doing that because mana. That's going to take the fun away, in my opinion. Um, yes, another example, that Beautiful Nightmares quest, a lot of the stuff in there is either resistant to or in some cases healed by certain damage types, and yet throw the Holy Smite in and that gets everything. So again, easy times of it. Very nice. And the force damage, sorry, the bludgeon damage, which goes off force spell power, is very nice from the Comet Fall against these golem types that are resistant to our light damage. So it's nice to have that to fall back on. Heighten at 15 I've already mentioned. I just rejigged the Reaper enhancements a little bit. I've kept a few points back so that when we hit 17 we can get the tastier things in here. Maybe a point of con, point of charisma, point there for the DC. But we've taken the third cause, which you can get at 15, so that's nice to have. Oh, wrong one. And the enhancements I've just mentioned, I've rejigged it so we're hiding behind the spell-like abilities again. And we do have, that is heightenable, which is nice, because I think, is that, what level spell is that? I think it's a 6, is it? So heighten's only going to give it 1 for the moment, because I think the best we can cast is a 7. But we're going to be able to go up as far as plus 3 for that, the level 9 spells, so that's not going to be terrible. I've kept the investment in here, even put a bit more. I've decided to try adding on these elemental resistances, so now when we cast the resistances of our own, we're up to 55 on fire, cold and acid, so that's not too shabby at all. Let me just take a moment to show you the gear, because at 15 we've found some nice things to give him. This might even be the first time I've ever used this set, and maybe the first time in Purple's time that he's actually managed to get himself into medium armour. So we've gone up to an amazing 60 PRR, although the MRR's a bit crap. I must not have a sheltering item equipped. I think the armour only has physical sheltering, doesn't it? Yeah. It's got some good stuff on it though. Healing amp, false life, fortification, so not complaining. I've stuck with my trusty old 2 DC helmet for the Profane 2. The glasses are very similar, just a bit of an upgrade that I happen to have lying around. I don't think we're going to be using anything with spell pen, unless maybe we have a go with Implosion later on at 9, which I think does have that. Diamond of Intelligence, yeah, we've got nothing giving intelligence, so that's a couple of spell power on. That's the same. I just upgraded that slightly. The spell pen doesn't really matter because we're doing nothing with it. Insightful Corrosion is redundant. Spell sight though is good. 16 on all spell powers. That's the second part of our set. That was the first one, the Blessed Vestments from Shan. Hallowed Trail, that comes from the quest that where you have to go and find the Lady in Black. What's it called, that one? My God, I'm damned if I can remember. But if ever you've run Shan, you'll know exactly which one I mean. I was running around for ages in that little town district looking for the Lady in Black, frantically pressing backspace trying to find her. So super item this for our build, taking care of the Radiance, spell power and crit chance. Evocation focuses on the glasses, but that would give us an option to actually it's on the Wild Flame as well, so that would give us an option to change the glasses, although we have Insightful Evo on there as well, so I'm going to leave them. One option might have been the dusk lenses from Shan, from that quest with all the zombie things in the cogs. That would have given us potency, so all spell powers boosted. Although at the moment I think most of the stuff that we want to be boosted is, we have fire, force, light and positive are all decent there, as are the crit chances for those, so I'm not complaining at all there. That's in a pretty good place, I think. So that was even more spell pen. It's a shame. Well, maybe when we come to use the to try the implosion, we might find we get a good result, because we've got spell pen. I think we've got insightful spell pen on the goggles. We've got quality spell pen on the cloak. So, and we have 2 spell pen from our past life wizard that we did last time around. So we might find that we're bypassing some opponent's spell resistance with that. Which leads me nicely into the next link. Spell resistance on this new belt we're wearing. Unfortunately, it doesn't stack with, you can see we've got spell resistance 22 at the moment. It doesn't stack with the spell that we've got, so now that only takes us up to 27. So that's a bit of a shame. If those two stack together, that would be really nice. Still, it's a half decent item. Quality bonus on charisma, more spell penetration, although that's not stacking with what is on, where was the standard spell pen? Here. Master's Gift, always nice. And the quality spell focus mastery, that's kind of redundant as well, because that's on the spinneret. Now I could remove the spinneret, because almost everything on there is on other things now, including the heavy fort, because we've got 94 fort on the armour. So if we come across a ring that we want to wear, I could remove that. I could also remove the trinket, really, if we found something better. The gloves, that's all the force, spell power and resistance for our saves. The boots, you know them well, the 15 DR golden greaves from the Chains of Flame optional quest, the Minotaur. Thanks to Wagon for reminding me where that comes from. New ring, force crit chance, extra hit points. Weapons are the same. We're sticking with this light orb. Now you could, as I mentioned, have the Fury orb from I think it's Best Laid Plans in Shan as a level 15 upgrade to this. It's similar things, Insightful Radiance, Lore, almost exactly the same, but just higher stats. I think you've got Insightful 47 or something like that, and maybe Insightful Lore 9 or a bit more. So nice to have if you have. We don't have it, so we're sticking with this. Third piece of the Flame Cleanse Fury set, very nice, taking care of all our positive spell power, and also the Insightful Sheltering for extra defenses, stacking with the what's already on the armor, so not bad at all. So gear wise, I think we're in a reasonable place to have spell saves in the mid 40s, maybe some of the higher ones even approaching 50 at this stage. I think is good, so I'm not complaining at all there. Heals wise, I've got this well, it's just abusively good, isn't it, the heal spell, even in Reaper mode. It's not one click heal to full, but I can definitely get half my bar back with that in the heat of battle, so I have got that quickened. And then we've still got the Sovereignty. That is a one click heal to full, if ever I can remember to click it. think generally if I get into a state where I'm needing to click that, I'm in such a panic I'm not remembering to do it. Yeah, I've mentioned already about the mana usage. I was disappointed at the enormous amount of mana being used when I added the metas to regular stuff. But you just don't need to. I mean, like these little things, these single target things, they cast so quickly anyway. You really don't need to spend the extra points to especially not to quicken them. You could, I suppose, you can argue you could maximize them or something, but that's really, I mean, look at it. It's spell point cost 8 at the moment. So no, I'm gonna leave as is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So yeah, for the time being at least, we're gonna hide behind the spell-like abilities. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Ably backed up by Holy Smite and our two little single target things for finishing things off. The quest we did prior to this one was a damn good test actually of AoE. The portal thing, the what's it called, this demon assault, and they just keep coming and keep coming, you know, big groups of things. I was leading with the sound burst, immediately afterwards the Holy Smite. Where it was dretchers, because dretchers can be flamed, I was sending the ash in, and where not, the comet fall. I've given up really using this as a crowd control as such. It's more of a damage thing for us now because although it does work, it knocks things down. It doesn't seem to have the, you know, hold everything like the sound burst does, and it's on a higher save. So if it was going to it, I guess it would, but I don't know if it's me that's not targeting right or what, but there always seem to be things wandering out of the area when I'm leading with that, and I don't like that. I like there to be order, and in that last quest the more or less was the big group, send that thing in, send the Holy Smite in, and more or less the job was done. So that was happy days. I don't like it when things are flying about all over the place, in my face, pestering me, causing mayhem. I just like there to be, you know, an organised system in place. Press this key, then press that key, and happy days. So that's what we're aiming for. We should have solutions to every issue. We've got some damn good single target stuff. I think this scales up to 15, doesn't it? Yeah, and we have the thing for the +3 levels, don't we, in the top of our enhancement tree. So that should now be being cast to 18. And it is doing some decent damage, so I'm not disappointed at all with that. There is actually an SLA of it, I've noticed, in the Exalted Angel tree, but the wiki tells me that's bugged and doesn't take meta magics properly. I don't know if that's still the case.
You found your way inside the fortress. Now to investigate
Oh, that's not a good start, is it? Okay, can we get to you? Oh, what a nice shot that was. Yeah. You will notice a bit of a pause before casting the standard single target things, but not too much, just because they're not quickened. And with the 10-point cushion off and triggering from the enhancement tree, whenever we crit, that's giving us a nice little buffer of extra points as well. Go on, shoot two. I think we did. Yes! Beautiful. That's what we like to see.
The devils quarter their tiefling slaves here in the depths of their
Come on,
citadel.
keep moving. Okay. So all the while, even getting hit by those things, the boots we're wearing, the DR15, is really helping, I think, to mitigate the incoming damage. Oh, come on, lag, don't do this. I think that spell just went missing, didn't it? Unfortunate. Right, shall we deal with those or these? We'll deal with these. Nice. That wasn't bad. It wasn't as organised as I would like, but they all sort of went into stealth mode, didn't they? Making them a bit difficult to target. So I used Wagon's cursor targeting thing, and I think we did okay there.
The barracks gate slides open, revealing a passage leading up into the heart of the devil's fortress.
Oh, crud. Okay. We didn't stop him either, did we? That's not good. Oh, that's better. Don't you just love it when they all get deleted? And the effect of the comic fall, I don't mean the hit point losing effect, just the sound and the thing when it comes down. I'm a big fan of that. Even if it was rubbish, I might still cast it just for flavour. And that's another one, isn't it? That goes up to 20 on the scaling, so I understand. So that'll be on an 18 as well. So that's pretty nice. Now, can we encourage some of these to come and say hello to us? Or are they all going to sit there? It wasn't exactly how I had it planned. And that was nice. And that was, yeah, that was alright. We'll take that. Pretty good.
The gate leading up into the tower is sealed tight.
Now, have those already come down?
Open it if you
Oh,
wish to
hello.
infiltrate us.
Did not notice you. Yeah, these have already come down, haven't they? Oh, that was a mess. What went wrong there? Yeah, I could hit these further back, didn't it? Come on then, if you're coming, all of you. All -1. And he was the biggest one, the one I really wanted to stop, so that was a bad mistake, but we'll learn.
The devils
Oh,
have
what
taken
went
such
wrong
as
there?
arcane totems. Tomes of magic lore and
Nice. That was a nice example of thinking, rare example of thinking on my part. I took their fire immunity away first with the ash and then landed the flame strike. Although half of it would have hit them anyway, wouldn't it? So I can only take half the credit. Now, come on, can we target this properly? Just for once. No, that was a cock-up. Okay. Now, I think there's a section up here, isn't there, where there are two lots of things come out there. First from this door and then from the other door on the other side. So you have to be really careful with this. Oh, what are you doing, sir? That's not bad. Okay. Puzzle to do, and then I think we can go back down, can't we? Do we need the shrine? No, I think we're okay. Is that done? Yeah. How are we doing for the buffs? Let's just give that a bit more of a... Oh, what's happened with the glasses? Are we not... Oh no, that's right. Oh, for some reason I haven't put it on there, that's why. Go on. Yes! Now that, people, is what you call a strike. That's always what I'm looking for, and I seldom get it, so I'm always delighted when it does happen. More by luck than judgment. Oh, no, no! Oh, crud. That was the opposite. That was an absolutely dismal fail. And it still is. It still isn't finished. Oh, dear. Yeah. That'll teach me to blow my own trumpet, won't it? You're only as good as your last encounter. Come on, let's tempt you guys out here. Where are the rest of you? Oh, are there some in here as well? Ah, right, oh, okay. I'm saving myself for a big hooray in here. Why did something not cast? Oh, no. That would have looked so good if I could have got the comet falling, but somehow it didn't cast. It was the right idea anyway to get them all crowded together there. So let's get back to the... Oh, I can go through the portal thing, can't I? That'll save you a line of text, Wagon. Right, upstairs. There are a load here I can't see, aren't there? Yeah, I thought there were. Go on. Oh, almost. Almost. I keep forgetting those. That's unfortunate. It's also a mess. Okay, let's not do anything silly up here. I don't think we need to go through there, do we? Do we just go... No. Something's opened. Oh, crud. I'm always berating Olin the Bear Party for opening unnecessary bits in here, and I've just done exactly that. I thought it was down here. I didn't need to do anything else up there, no, yeah. I guess the, oh look, is that the first time, it's certainly the first time on video I've ever had a conquest, so happy days for that at least. So maybe my mistake contributed to the greater good there. We'll say it did. I don't think you're quite going to believe me if I tell you I played for that. especially considering you know that I'm not one to chase these bonuses anyway. Okay. In you come, people. Come on, I thought trolls didn't like fire. That was beautiful. Oh, there's always one. Otherwise it was perfect. Now I'm glad this is working, because this is the kind of template for our epic journey. I'm hoping if we can heighten the sound burst, we can keep it relevant for our path into epic. Is this it, or is there another one? No, that's it. Okay, I think we're okay. I don't think we need to shrine. We're economical enough that we don't need to.
Eretraco stands before an open portal below. Eberron is our next battlefield.
Nice. Yeah, so that little combo, the Soundburst, Holy Smite, Comet Fall SLA, is serving us very nicely. And the Sunbolt SLA for picking off annoying little shits from distance is doing really nicely too. More than happy with that. Can we make a little group out of you guys? Yes, nice. I'm just using the Cure series just to top up in between fights, generally. Ooh, don't hurt us. Might have to resort to the proper heal here, because she's really taking lumps out of us. See, it gave us about half the bar back, so that's not too shabby. Another big group, please. God, there's a Reaper in there. Come on. Nice, nice, nice. There'll still be some of these shooting me, won't there?
While the devil leader escaped to the prime material plane. Eretracos and his followers now threaten Eberron.
Come on then, if you're coming. Look at that. Not only is it a lovely effect and noise, it's doing some damn decent damage for us at the moment, that thing. Damn decent damage. Oh, hello, hello. So it's 1,000 plus every time. I'm more than happy at that. What's this? Shield of Tireless Aid. Spell casting implement. Devotion. That's a bit pathetic for a level 13 item. But the rest of it's not bad, is it? 20. That's a bit like the Mysterious Cloak, isn't it? Exceptional heliamp. That would make it quite rare. Yeah, the devotion thing is rubbish. What's this healer's bounty? The shield has a small chance to cast a heal spell on you when you take damage. Blimey. That would be... we're taking damage all the time, aren't we? That's not a terrible item, is it? Not by any means. I can't replace our orb, because that's kind of integral to our offensive light strategy at the moment. But if I didn't have the orb, I would certainly consider that. I think I'm right in saying we're able to use as a favoured soul everything from large shield downwards by default. So that's definitely not terrible. Might even keep that. Right, well I think that went just about as well as could be expected. I've um, I've been in those quests before with less AoE oriented builds and got absolutely slaughtered in there, so I'm not too disappointed at all. I tell you what does make me happy, even not heightened, this is doing okay. So moving forwards, we can look forward to what's heightened going to do at the top of the thing. It's going to add 7 more on, isn't it, once we've got access to level 9 spells. But at that point we're definitely going to have to invest in this, aren't we? Reduce the cost of heighten, because otherwise adding those 7 is going to make that thing cost, I don't know, 100 SP a time or something. Somebody do the math, because I haven't a clue how it works it out. But oh, is it? Hang on, let's we could have a clue, couldn't we? Is it 5 points for every level that you heighten? Yes. So suppose we went up 7 levels. So that would be costing, even without quicken, what would that be, 50 for going up 7 levels? Is that right? So if we then put quicken on top, maybe something 60 space, still is quite a lot, isn't it? Although if we were doing the evergreen, we wouldn't be that bothered about it, would we? Food for thought, anyhow. I think that's the only one that we'd be... No, I don't suppose it is. I think if we were heightening everything, we'd be heightening Holy Smite as well for damage purposes. So, yeah, we'd be adding quite a bit of extra cost there. We'll have to see how we do with the mana once we get into Epic. Anyway, I thought that went pretty well, all things considered, so more than happy with that and where we're at the moment with the build. Hope that was okay for you. Thank you very much as always for looking, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.